Okay, this is a video walkthrough of the little torch house after the hurricane. It's around September 27th, I think, or 8th. And this is just going to be a walkthrough of the damage. Damage is pretty much a disaster. There is stuff everywhere. Hard to see in this picture, but that's a pile of gravel. The yard is almost totally washed out. There's debris everywhere. This wire was laying across the ground when we got here. We moved it out of the way. Pieces of siding all over. Everything is down in the yard. It's pretty much a full mess. The turbines blown off the roof, all of the crab traps, fish traps, etc. strewn about the yard. Landscaping is gone around the house. Coming down the side of the house, devastation continues. There is a couple huge sections of fence. I guess I don't know if it was John and Penny's fence, but whatever it is, it's two giant pieces of fence that are down. You can't really walk through this side. The foundation to the air conditioner is destroyed. There have some cracks that are appearing in the house. There's a big one right there. You can see, looking up there, the windows are all blown out. It's hard to see because it's dark, but the soffit is gone. Siding is gone. Siding is totally gone on this end of the house. Window blown out. Coming around to the street side. Street side fared, relatively speaking, the best or better than a lot of the house did. One thing I'm happy about, the snooze plate made it. It's hard to see because it's so faded. That's been on the house since 1987. The rear of the house actually doesn't look too bad. Walking around underneath, same story. Total mess in here. Everything is strewn around. Coming up to the air conditioning, again, inside the foundation of it is messed up. Still walking around. Grill didn't work, of course. We brought our own little grill so we could have something to eat. We have a wonderful cafe door now installed in the enclosure. I'll take a picture of the enclosure from the other side. Again, siding piled up everywhere. The remnants of what used to be John and Penny's fence over here. One little piece of it's still standing. Looking around the yard. Front yard is almost totally washed out. You can see the weed barrier showing lots of places. Very bad news on the dock. I knew the dock was going to be gone completely because I could tell from the pictures. What I didn't know was the concrete structure across the front of the dock is also gone. Basically, this is what's supposed to be there. If you can see this, and that's one tie back. The davits are there, davit bases are there, but that's a concrete structural member, and it's there looking weak. Here it's totally gone. I assume it's probably fish habitat now. That is the, zoom in on that a little, that's the other davit. The cover's off, the motor's there. Whether it's any good, I don't know. What we have here in the water is the remnants of the electric service out here, which has all been torn out and torn apart. So this is pretty much a thorough mess here. Going to be hard. A lot of the boulders have been washed out. Everything is sort of washed out in here. And all the sand is down under on the ground, or the P-rock, whatever. So that's a pretty thorough mess. Looking at the front of the house, yeah, it's bad. Pretty awful. The railings are all down. The whole, of course, front of the house is off. We'll take some inside pictures in a minute. This cruddy bush is mostly dead. I hope. I never liked that anyway. The enclosure is pretty much a zoo. The whole front wall of it blew out, and everything is destroyed that was low in here. There's the refrigerator. Off in the distance is the freezer. The things that were high seem to do okay. Unfortunately, all my tanks are gone. I don't know if they were stolen or floated off, but all my dive tanks are gone, unless they're underneath this rubble somewhere. The dock boxes out in front are gone. Somewhere in here, I assume I'm going to find the davit piece, but I don't know. I don't even see that right now. I'm used to lean up over here, but I can't imagine that going away. Of course, you never know. Somebody could have come through and grabbed anything that they thought was useful. But this is the inside of the storage unit. Going around, continuing, all of the trees except for two in between